I go cold sometimes talking about it.
Ted Johnson's energy and enthusiasm for working with wood is noticed by anyone who visits his shop, Delfin Designs, on Gabriola Island.
Yeah, a lot of people say this, you know, they feel the enthusiasm. Yeah, I can't help it. Can't help it. When you look in the shop, it's all there.
After retiring from working with steel, Ted was able to spend more time on what was only a hobby to him for 40 years, working with wood.
It can be something I see on TV. I'll be watching Poirot and I'll be looking in the background and I'll say, hey, did you see that mirror, or something like that? And just as easy as that, it can be in the wood. I'll get a slab of wood and I'll just be kind of looking at it, and I'll all of a sudden, like the eagle table. The eagle's in flight in the wood, and all you've got to do is bring it out. And yeah, so that's how it happens. It's you never know from one day to the next. That's the beauty of it all.
Ted has an eye for looking at wood and seeing its potential. He says there's a number of things that make a raw piece of wood interesting to work with.
It can be spalted, it can be just marked, it can have variations, it can have stress marks in it, and that you're just looking and you go, this is going to be beautiful. And sometimes it's a complete surprise. You don't even see what's in it until you start to sand it. In fact, sometimes you get a dull piece of wood, and it's only when you're cutting it out and you start to put the sander on it, all of a sudden, because of the different movements in the wood, it starts to shine in rays. And this can be great for the side of a box. It can be great in a mirror. It goes anywhere.
Each piece Ted creates is unique and one of a kind, although he did challenge himself to follow a design a few years ago.
It's a replica of 1876 Thatcher Perkins. In each wheel there is 1 foot of 1/8 dowel. I was a month making 60 wheels.
After spending an entire year building 10 trains, Ted won't be making any more of those until they're all sold. He says he enjoys his own projects as opposed to custom work, but no matter what he's doing, he considers himself made in the shade.
I'm living a dream, I really am, you know, because I'm not worried if it sells or it doesn't. In fact, a lot of me, I don't want it to sell, because when it goes, it's one of a kind. I started this mirror because we have a boat and we never go out in the boat if we see whitecaps. And this idea of whitecaps was in my mind, so I basically call this one whitecaps. This next one, someone gave me a nice piece of cherry from Gabriola, from his garden. He cut the tree down because it had stopped giving cherries. And I just decided to trim it in walnut and then put some nice designs of a tree or whatever you want to be.
You can find more of Ted's work on his website, but he welcomes visitors to drop by anytime.
I'm open all the time, and just drop by. Leave your money at home, just drop by.
On Gabriola Island, I'm Kelly Robinson.